Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Marvel Contest of Champions. Now, today, I'm going to be ranking up one of these geezers. Now, it's got to be one particular geezer because, do you know what? I was thinking about it, who I wanted to rank up to rank 4 from rank 3, and it's got to be Cyclops. Yeah, it's got to be Cyclops. I was kind of like, should I, shan't I? And I've, recently awakened him, which is excellent. He looks great. The 90s style is something that I really like because it's attached to what I watched as a kid, the 90s animated adventures of X-Men. Really decent show. And you can still actually get these on DVD. I think there's proper box sets you can get. But I've literally got to rank this character up. He's so good. He's consistent, and his abilities when awakened are just insane. So what am I talking about with regards to abilities being insane? Because obviously I've made a statement now. Rich, you've got to back it up with some kind of good hard evidence. So this is the signature ability called Expertise. Similar to other characters that do high amounts of damage, this character can do insane damage based on special attacks. So imagining all these beam specials. So beams are calibrated for up to 139.5% increased critical hit damage. Now this will probably increase as you awaken the character. As long as a combo of 10 or more hits is maintained, Cyclops armor break effects have 20% increased duration, and as long as a combo of 20 or more hits is maintained, beam attacks break through enemies' block. That is so effective. I can imagine this character being very helpful for things like Road to Labyrinth, where Safeguard puts such a dampener on trying to kind of do some intense amount of damage. So this is really, really kind of good news. Now, I really wish I could have got this higher, but I'm really debating what I'm doing with my signature stones at the moment. I'm kind of thinking I've got to complete Act 4 100%. I've completed Act 4, but I need to do it 100%. And then really kind of decide what characters are going to be lead characters and what kind of teams I'm going to form, and will I need them or not need them. It's a big argument within myself. But this going hand in hand, this expertise going hand in hand with special attacks is insane in any case. So special 1, 45% chance to armor break, removing enemy armor, applying 36% armor reduction for 8.5 seconds. Like, all these things are really helpful. It's like the armor break king, the master of armor breaks. So solid with regards to a character. Really helpful, really handy. I've really got to put him into a synergy team. Now, it's great to see as well with romance. Oh, look, there's a Phoenix. Right, so I've blasted through all my ISOs and got this guy up to level 36. Let's get him into some gameplay and see, is he as good as I've made him out to be? So here he is up against the Storm. Now, the downside is I think this match was probably going to be over by the time it started. We're hitting up to 10. Obviously, we've got one type of beam-based, say, increase to our crit damage. So when we hit the first special in, it's going to do a good amount of damage. There we go, sufficient amount of damage, and doing the enemy over is very easy. When it comes to then putting it against a more challenging opponent, I think we'd find like an increase in the amount of damage that the character does. So let's do that. I'm going to put the character against Winter Soldier, but I just want to point out that by putting in all these mutant characters, look at the amount of synergy. Like, that's just insane synergy. Look at it. It's just like there's so much of it. It's beautiful even. Look at that. Oh, it's just so beautiful to see. I see less lit up blue squares or lit up squares on the synergy row than I've ever seen before in my life. So here we go up against the Winter Soldier from the Realm of Legends. Now, let's get... still, a large amount of crit damage is being done, which is really decent. Obviously, what we want to do is we want to get up to that 20, which we're up at now. Now, essentially, when he's blocked, but obviously I'm not doing with a block now, obviously we put in 2 armor breaks there, which is great. That's really kind of good to see, and we're doing some good damage. Obviously, I'm not playing this particularly well, which is not the end of the world. I'm just doing this to test the theory out here. So we just take a load of damage, but you can really see how this character can be really effective, especially on those combos, getting up higher 20. So when we hit in, there we go, sufficient armor break. Unblockable comes up there, which is really cool. Obviously, that's that nod to break the block, which I have really got to try on that L2. So let's see if we can build that up again and well, get an unblockable or see it in action. So we're nearly up to the L2 now. Here we go. There we go. So that unblockable on the L2 is fantastic. That's such an interesting signature ability to have. Obviously, some characters get it on L2s in any case, but it's just interesting and really decent to see on this particular character. So let's finish off, and good, we got KO'd, and give some final thoughts on the character. So what are my final thoughts on Cyclops Blue Team, or the 90s version? I really like him. I think he's fantastic, especially having precision, which, you know, going hand in hand with my current mastery setup is incredibly effective. The amounts of crit damage is great. You can use him in like so many different ways, especially with the stuff to Road to Labyrinth. It can be incredibly helpful with regards to the armor breaks and the amount of critical hits and critical damage, as well. You know, utilizing L2s, like if you've got an opponent that's overly blocking, that this character can be really effective. Going up against a lot of the characters in, say, Alliance Wars, that I've found, in my perspective, the character like this with an L2 active may be very helpful to kind of break down a lot of blocks. Other people will say otherwise, like, oh no, that sounds like a stupid idea, but it's at your own, say, opinions and feel as to if the character is going to be effective for you for whatever reason. When it comes to the specials, yeah, great specials, and obviously made better with the fact going hand in hand with expertise with the increased critical hit damage. This character is all about specials, so a synergy team, which we saw, has things with, say, Storm and unlocking the abilities for the the Mutant Agenda. So having Mutant Agenda in just goes hand in hand with that 12% special attack damage. Getting in, you know, as Cyclops from Xavier School is going to mean you can have 24% special damage. Going hand in hand with expertise as a signature ability, you're going to do some intense amount of damage. So against less challenging opponents, you know, this is going to be a really effective character to use. But anyway, thanks very much for watching this video. I've been RichTheMan. As always, please like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below. What's your thoughts on this character? Do you like expertise? Do you like this Cyclops version you know, more than the other one in appearance side of things? Let me know in the comments, and as always, hit me up on social media. Link is in the description, and I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye.